It's something that I will definitely look into. But I'm in regular contacts with the team in Beijing, and if anything like that happen, or at least there's a threat, we will obviously look into that immediately.
Yes, please, sir.
Minister Andrew Davis, CNN. You mentioned that you spoke to Chuck Hagel today. Can you disclose what the status of that request is, whether the US has agreed to give you that satellite support? And also, on the Northern Corridor, there are reports that countries like India, Pakistan, Kazakhstan have ruled out Sputnik on their radar. Can you confirm that? Can you tell us whether any other countries have?
The discussion this morning was to update Secretary Hagel on our immediate focus and the details of which I do not need to reveal here. But the enormous area that needs to be covered with a special focus on the southern corridor, which we know the United States have got possibly the best ability to assist us in locating the aircraft in the southern corridor. That is something that I could reveal to you, sir, today.
And on the radar report?
Northern corridor, I indicated today that there are countries that have decided and agreed to lead in certain areas. On that leadership, when the information comes in, we will reveal it to the media.
Yes, please, sir.
So I'm from China News Service. My question is like this. Thailand Air Force today announced that your satellite have received or traced the signals of the missing plane about the Bay of Thailand. And then the plane turned southwest and disappeared at the Strait of Malacca. Can you confirm that? And does that mean there are more possibilities for the plane to fly to the southern corridor?
I'm not aware of that information.
As mentioned yesterday and today as well, the possibility of the aircraft is in two corridors, northern and southern. We cannot discount, and we give equal importance to those two corridors. And this has been done with our international partners, as mentioned by the minister just now.
Hi.
Yes, please.
Good afternoon, Karen Newton from France 24 TV. First, I would like to congratulate Minister of Foreign Affairs for the good diplomatic ties. It's good to hear. Still, I want to go back on my colleague's question from CNN. We hear since this morning lots of criticism from countries implicated in the land research in the northern corridor. It seems to be hard for them to believe that a plane could have entered the borders without noticing it. Also, we see that it took you 7 days to confirm us that the plane did a U-turn. It took you more days, to confirm that the plane left your borders without being detected. I have 3 questions for you, Minister of Defense. Very fast, very brief. First one, what consequences can these mistakes have on your administration? Second one, can you confirm us that you are Prime Minister Najib's cousin? Third question, are you protected by him?
Are you
protected?
Pardon?
Protected.
I really don't know. Where are you from?
France.
I think I should leave the French Office of Investigation and Analysis for the Safety of Civil Aviation, the experts from France, here to answer those questions. Yes, I can confirm here, Najib is my cousin. I don't know what am I supposed to be protected from. I do not want to go down this line of discussion.
Question itself.
Hi, my name is, I'm from Asahi Shimbun. My question is for the Malaysia Airline CEO. I'd like to ask that regarding yesterday you mentioned the ACAS at the last part didn't send any response back after 30 minutes. So what evidence do you have that it was deliberately turned off? Because if it didn't come back in 30 minutes, it could mean it's malfunctioning.
There's possibility, obviously, of malfunction, but the satellite communication system was still active until until last time that it was picked up. It was 8:11 or thereabout. Yeah. So, like I said, there's some functionality in the system, except the reporting system was disabled.
Yes, please.
From Xinhua News Agency, China. Malaysia's government has acknowledged that it does reserve some information due to national security concern. So could you please specify what kind of information you're refusing to disclose? Is it radar signal, flight route, or even planes whereabouts? Will that information affect current search and rescue efforts? And will you withhold information without considering that this risks sacrificing crew and passenger safety? Thank you.
In fact, on the contrary, I've stated on record that we have put aside a national security interest by disclosing our military radar data. And if we did not disclose those radar data, we would not have gone and searched in these two areas. And if we did not get help and corroboration from international agencies like the FAA and NTSB, we would not be able to look at the satellite data. So the sequence of events, actually the turning point would be the release of very sensitive data to the Malaysian military. That is why yesterday I answered the question that after this we need to relook how to upgrade our radar system, because we have put the interests of the passengers and the plane above national security and national interest.
Yes, please.
Good afternoon. I'm from the Manila Bureau of NHKTV, Japan. Just a quick question on, just for record purposes, what time was the transponder shut off? And second, is either of the co-pilot and the pilot in their flight experience ever flown to any of the southern corridor or the northern corridor?
The transponder was, we understand from the record, it was switched off about 1:21. And as far as the pilots, when looking at Northern Corridor, we do not fly there at all, you know, as a commercial airline. The Southern Corridor, obviously, unless you fly to the islands, and we don't fly to any of the islands.
Flight experience?
No, no.
Yes, sir.
I'm from Xinhua News Agency also. And dear Transport Minister, according to the Prime Minister's statement some days ago, Malaysia's military radar detected a plane, though unconfirmed as the missing plane, made turn back and fly to the north area of Straits of Malacca. So why didn't Malaysia's Air Force send a fighter to intercept it at that time? I think it's a common practice of the country's Air Force.
That question was answered by our Air Force Chief of 4 days.
Okay, we'll go to this side, please. Could you pass the microphone? Thank you.
Hi, Melissa from Channel News Asia. Given the complexity of this whole case, the complexity of it, do you think it can be pulled off by just one man, or do you think it's part of an intricate plot, pre-planned?
I really cannot speculate on that, Melissa, because all the leaders that I've spoken to, whether superpowers, ASEAN leaders, they said that this is a unique, unprecedented situation. It's a complicated and complex situation. So my emphasis, which has always been consistent from the start, which is to find the aircraft. And God willing, if we do find the aircraft, we're able to get the black box. And with the information in the black box, we will be able to answer those sort of questions. But I would not want the team to be distracted by other issues, because it is imperative to make sure that within the corridors that we have identified and verified and corroborated, that all efforts would be actually directed to locating that aircraft. I believe if we can find the aircraft soon, inshallah, with the black box, most of these questions that are being speculated around the world would be answered.
Yes, sir.
Tim Heath from Reuters. You've repeatedly said that you've asked for the assistance of many countries with primary radar and satellite data. First of all, can you confirm that primary radar means military radar? And could you tell us how many countries have given you any information of that type since this investigation started?
Primary radar, secondary radar, military.
we are unable to give a very detailed answer to that because primary radar, any information from primary radar is a privileged information for those countries. So if any finding, of course, we will tell you any significant findings. But
Yes, yes, and I would not want to confirm which countries. That's public knowledge that every country has got a primary military radar. The only one that is now out in the open is basically Malaysia's, and that we have done in the interest of the aircraft.
Okay, the last question from the gentleman.
Seth Doan with CBS News in New York. Was the plane's path westward direction programmed into the aircraft's flight management system?
As far as we're concerned, the aircraft was programmed to fly to Beijing.
So that would and this is part of the investigation then that is.
No, that's a standard procedure. The aircraft was scheduled to fly to Beijing.
So this report in the New York Times today, what's the comment?
It could be speculation.
Is it plausible? Is it something you're considering?
It is, once you're in the aircraft, anything is possible. All right?
Okay, with that we conclude the session.
See you
for
tomorrow.
today.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very good.